Good morning, grade 11 Al-Mujtama Private School. How are you? I hope everything is okay with you. Our lesson today, listening in module 2. But first of all, let me present our value for this month. Innovation, the action or process of innovating. Innovation is crucial to the continuing success of any organization. Now, let's warm up with this starter. Say words that start with the letters of the word activity. A, C, T, I, V, I, T, and Y. Pause the video and present your own words. And now, let's identify our first objective, to identify specific information in a listening task about leisure activities by choosing the correct answers. Dears, open page number 26 in student book, exercise B, listening. Read the task first quickly and then listen to the audio.
Listening. B. Listen to people talking in 6 different situations and answer the questions. Choose A, B, C or D. 1.
There are some very disappointed looking faces around me here, John, and it's no wonder why. What happened out there today on the pitch came as a shock to just about everyone. We'd expected there to be wild scenes of celebration back here after the match. Now, as the players are changing out of their kits and getting ready to leave, there's nothing but stunned silence. Players and managers solemnly reflecting on a lost opportunity. To think that in the press conference there'd been talk of an easy victory for the local side. It just goes to show how dangerous it is to make predictions when it comes to football.
2.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I never wanted to do this. On the contrary. When I got called to say I'd been chosen to represent my county in the national championships, I was over the moon. Absolutely thrilled. Who wouldn't have been? The initial enthusiasm soon disappeared, though. It's a huge responsibility. I mean, there's no way you can take something like this lightly or be casual about it. You have to give it your all. So, yeah, I'm wondering whether I really have what it takes, you know?
3. Which do you think is better exercise, swimming or hiking?
Good question. They're both good in different ways. I mean, you use more muscles when you're swimming, but when you're hiking, you get all that fresh air. Also, you can't really swim all day.
Yeah, but you can't go hiking all day either.
I suppose not, but you can do it for a lot longer.
I think swimming can get pretty boring. I mean, all you do is go back and forth in a pool.
Hiking isn't much better. I suppose you get to see a bit of nature, but I find it hard to get excited about climbing a hill.
So, if you had to choose?
I'd stay at home and watch TV.
Nice. 4.
Hi Brian, it's Steve here. Yeah, it couldn't be helped, I'm afraid. Angie's away visiting her parents in Dover, so I had my hands full looking after the kids, unfortunately. Anyway, Tom told me there's been a change of venue for our next training session. Yeah, he mentioned the name of the place, but I still have no idea how to get there. Do you think you could fill me in? Yeah, you're right about that. They're a real handful sometimes. You can't leave them alone for a minute. They're always complaining that they're bored. What a nightmare. You know how it is.
5.
Today there are millions of scouts around the world enjoying the fun and excitement of scouting. In fact, the scout movement has come a long way since Robert Baden-Powell first created it in 1906. These days, it's no longer just about a bunch of children tying knots and putting up tents. Besides teaching children the importance of staying healthy and physically fit, scouting programs work towards developing a child's appreciation of service to others in the community. They aim to build a child's self-confidence, ethics, and sense of personal responsibility. So, If you're looking for an interesting out-of-school activity for your children that does more than merely keep them active, sign them up for Scouting. There's bound to be a group near you.
6. There must be hundreds of stamps in these albums here.
Yes, they were my great-grandfather's. He was a devoted collector. All the stamps are arranged according to the year they were sent and the country they are from. It's a lifetime's work.
He must have been a great letter writer too.
Strangely enough, he barely finished primary school and couldn't write well. He got most of these stamps from family members and friends. He also bought some from dealers and would often get new collections from the post office.
Wow, what a great investment.
Not really, but they mean a great deal to my family.
Now, let's check our answers. Question 1. You hear a sports journalist speaking on a radio program. Where is the speaker now? Excellent. C. In the changing room. Question 2. You hear a man talking on the phone about his athletic career. How does the man feel about being selected for the national team? Excellent. He's unsure. 3. You hear a husband and wife talking about hiking and swimming. What's the man's opinion? Sure, it's A. Hiking is as boring as swimming. 4. You hear a man talking on the telephone. Why is the speaker making the call? C. Sure, to request information. 5. You heard the following on the radio. What's it? Excellent. It's an advertisement. 6. You hear a man telling his wife about his great-grandfather's stamp collection. What does the stamp collection reveal about his great-grandfather? Yes, dear, excellent. D. He was good at collecting and organizing. Excellent. Now let's move to another exercise. Exercise C in the same page. Listen again and fill in the gaps in the sentences below with an appropriate word or phrase. You should write no more than 2 words in each gap.
C. Listen again and complete the gaps in the sentences below with an appropriate word or phrase. You should write no more than 2 words in each gap. 1.
There are some very disappointed looking faces around here, John, and there's no wonder why. What happened out there today on the pitch came as a shock to just about everyone. We'd expected there to be wild scenes of celebration back here after the match. Now, as the players are changing out of their kits and getting ready to leave, there's nothing but stunned silence. Players and managers solemnly reflecting on a lost opportunity. To think that in the press conference there's been talk of an easy victory for the lower side. It just goes to show how dangerous it is to make predictions when it comes to football.
2.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I never wanted to do this. On the contrary, when I got called saying I'd been chosen to represent my county in the national championships, I was over the moon, absolutely thrilled. Who wouldn't have been? The initial enthusiasm soon disappeared, though. It's a huge responsibility. I mean, there's no way you take something like this lightly or be casual about it. You have to give it your all. So yeah, I'm wondering whether I really have what it takes, you know.
3. Which do you think is better exercise, swimming or hiking?
Good question. They're both good in different ways. I mean, you use more muscles when you're swimming, but when you're hiking, you get all that fresh air. Also, you can't really swim all day.
Yeah, but we can't go hiking all day either.
I suppose not, but you can do it for a lot longer.
I think swimming can get pretty boring. I mean, all you do is go back and forth in a pool.
Hiking is much better. I suppose you get to see a bit of nature, but I find it hard to get excited about climbing a hill.
So if you had to choose,
I'd stay at home and watch TV.
nice.
4. Hi Brian, it's Steve here. Yeah, it couldn't be helped, I'm afraid. And she's away visiting her parents in Dover, so I had my hands full looking after the kids, unfortunately. Anyway, Tom told me there's been a change in venue for our next training session. Yeah, he mentioned the name of the place, but I still have no idea how to get there. Do you think he could fill me in? Yeah, you're right about that. They're a real handful sometimes. You can't leave them alone for a minute. They're always complaining that they're bored. What a nightmare. You know how it is.
5.
Today there are millions of scouts around the world enjoying the fun and excitement of scouting. In fact, the scout movement has come a long way since Robert Baden-Powell first created it in 1966. These days, it's no longer just about a bunch of children tying knots and putting up their tents. Besides teaching children the importance of staying healthy and physically fit, scouting programs work towards developing a child's appreciation of service to others in their community. They aim to build a child's self-confidence, ethics, and sense of personal responsibility. So, if you're looking for an interesting out-of-school activity for your children that does more than merely keep them active, sign them up for scouting. There's bound to be a group near you.
6. There must be hundreds of stamps out here.
Yes, they were my great-grandfather's. He was a vote collector. All the stamps are arranged according to the year they went in the country they're from. It's a lifetime work.
He must have been a great letter writer too.
Strangely enough, he barely finished primary school and couldn't write well. He got most of his stamps from family members and friends. He also bought some from dealers and went off and get new collections from the post office.
Wow, what a great investment.
Not really, but they mean a great deal to my family.
Now, dears, let's check our answers. Number 1. The players and manager are very disappointed because they expected to have an easy victory. Excellent. 2. The man feels that representing his country in the national championships is a huge responsibility. Excellent. 3. The man said that hiking is good for you because you get a lot of fresh air. Bravo. 4. The man is familiar with the fact that their next training session is taking place at a new venue. 5. Scouting programs today try to teach children the importance of helping other members of their community. Excellent. 6. The man's great-grandfather often bought new stamp collections from the post office. Excellent, dears. And now it's time to say goodbye to you and see you next lesson, inshallah.